everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a chit chat get ready with me video. I've already put my primer on, which is the Hard Candy Sheer Primer Long Wear 12-Hour Power primer here. I love this stuff. I feel like it's just an extra barrier between my skin and my foundation, as well as I feel like my foundation tends to last longer when I put a good primer on. This I got at Walmart. I think it was maybe 12 bucks. I may be wrong. I'm not quite sure, but go check the primer out if you're looking for something that's not too expensive, but also works really well. So yeah, you guys, check that out. The foundation I'm going to use is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I just started using this, so I'm not quite sure if I love it or not, but I'll do a review on this product once I figure out if I like it or not. So yeah, you guys, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Beauty Blender or spongy thingy. I just put pretty much like 1.5 pumps on here, and I'm just going to just apply this on my face. Okay, so about the little story thing that I have to tell you guys. So I actually was wanting to film yesterday, except for I was so mad that I was like, you know what, I probably shouldn't say anything or film anything before, you know, not before, but just like until I cool down, because I was just so mad. So this was about probably maybe a month and 2 weeks ago. Me and my husband started talking about maybe getting another place, like moving into another apartment, just because we were like, you know what, this apartment that we're in is very small. And so, you know, we were like, you know what, we really want something a little bigger, maybe one with 2 bedrooms instead of 1 bedroom. So we kind of put our feelers out there. We also told our realty company that we rent by, and we let them know that we really wanted to move into a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, our realty company so far has been good. We do a month to month, so we aren't like locked into any sort of agreement or, you know, something that says, oh, you have to be here for a year, which I really like. So we can pretty much, we just have to give our 30 days, but pretty much we can move whenever we want to. By the way, I'm in the shade natural, or neutral, I mean, if I didn't already say that. Okay, so that happened. So then, like I said, this was about a month and 2 weeks ago. So then, probably about a month ago, our realty person comes to us and says, hey, you know what, I have an apartment coming up here soon, 2-bedroom. It's going to be really inexpensive, and so right now we're paying like $685, which is really good right now considering the town that we live in. Right now we're paying that, and then the apartment that we were thinking about getting was about like $800. So we were like, okay, that's great. Well, they let us know that it wasn't ready yet, and that they needed to clean it because the people that had been there had really like messed it up, and it was just like not livable at that time. So we were like, okay, that's totally fine. So, you know, about probably 2 weeks ago, my husband calls. I'm just putting a little bit more, you guys, just on my problem areas, which is my under eyes. So about 2 weeks ago, my husband calls and says, oh, hey guys, like, I just want to know where we are in the process. Like, are we anywhere close to being able to move in there? And they were like, oh yeah, you guys will be able to move in here before Thanksgiving. So we were like, okay, that's great. You know, we were really excited. Granted, we hadn't seen the apartment or anything like that. So about probably, so just a couple days ago, we called again and we were like, hey, are we still going to be able to move into the other apartment? Granted, me and my husband work, so both work full time, so it's kind of hard to, schedule things. And of course, we let them also know that we need to have some type of plan so that we can move in there without affecting our jobs and taking time off and all of that stuff. So we were like, you know what, it would be really nice if we could move in like this weekend. All right, so my husband goes in there and they were like, oh wait, no. So not fast forward, but rewind to 2 days ago. They were like, just so you know, so I called, yes. So I called and I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I just wanted to know if the apartment's ready. The lady told me it's not ready. We haven't even pulled up we've pulled up the carpets, but we haven't put the new carpets in, and we have not painted at all. Well, go back even more, 2 weeks ago, they had told my husband that they were already painting in, and that, the only thing that was left was to put down new carpets. Okay, so keep this in mind. I knew that, so I was like, okay, like, what the heck is going on? So I let my husband know. I called him and I was like, hey, you know what? They just told me that they haven't put the carpets in, and that they haven't even started painting the place. So of course my husband calls and says, hey, my wife just called me and said that none of those things had been done. Well, he had talked to another guy, and the guy was like, no, that's not true, it's pretty much done, blah blah blah. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some concealer on, and I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind eye treatment here, and I don't know what color this is. It says neutralizer, so yeah, you guys, this is what I used to conceal my under eyes. All right, you guys, so where was I? Oh yeah, my husband calls them, talks to somebody else, and they tell him that everything has been done. Well, the lady calls back that I had talked to and says, no, nothing, that the guy that he talked to was wrong, and that nothing had been done. So no painting of the walls and no new carpets. But she said that we could go ahead and look at the place. So my husband goes down there, gets the keys. I jump in the car, and we drive down to go see the apartment. Oh my gosh, you guys. The apartment was a disaster, okay? Like, it was disgusting. I mean, food on the walls, okay? Black mold. The floor, like the I guess like the base, not the baseboards, but like the boards that are on the floor. I don't know. Is that called the baseboards? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter or a art, whatever. So I don't know. But anyways, they were stained. It looked like blood. It looked like poop. I don't know what it was, you guys, but it was horrible, okay? So me and my husband look at each other and we're like, oh, and on top of this, they're like, well, if you want to paint it, you guys can go ahead and paint it. We'll buy the paints for you guys, and you guys can paint it if you guys want to move in quicker. So my husband's like, okay, well, if we do that, can we get some of the rent taken off? And they're like, well, it doesn't work that way. So we're like, okay, this was obviously before we saw the place. So okay, fast forward to when we're there, we look at each other and we're like, there is no way in heck that we're going to be able to do anything to this place, paint it. I mean, these walls need scrubbing. Like, they need some bleach. Like, they need some, I don't know, like the biohazard team to come in here and spray it down with whatever they have. Like, it was so gross. And I'm just, at this point, I'm like, I feel kind of lied to, because they had been telling us that they were working on it and that we were so close to moving in. And then all of a sudden, they're like, no, it's not ready at all. And this had happened literally 2 days ago. So I'm just thinking, what if we would have, taken time off work to move in there? Like, it is nowhere ready to move in there, like nowhere ready. And so I'm like, there's just no way that I'm going to move in here. Like, absolutely not. Like, even though we had pretty much, we had told them, to reserve that apartment for us, that we wanted to move in, we just, it didn't feel right to move in there with how it was looking. Like, for us to move in there, I need proof that they removed the flooring, that they've removed the black mold, that they have, just taken steps to move the biohazard, because that can be very dangerous. I mean, that can be deadly. So we went back to the realty company. I'm going to be using also, you guys, the Voluminous Original Mascara. I'm going to go ahead and just put that on. So we go back, and my husband's pretty much like, listen, we don't want the place. We don't want it, and here's why. And we even took pictures just in case if the lady hadn't, seen it or whatever, so that she could see that we weren't being, over the top, that we were actually, telling the truth. So she said that she had already seen it or whatever, but she said that she could totally understand why we didn't want to move in there, and that, that we pretty much, obviously we didn't have to move in there. The thing is that we had already given our 30 days for this apartment, so I was a little bit afraid that they already had tenants already, wanting to move into this place before we had, obviously we haven't moved out or anything. So I was kind of afraid of that happening. But she was like, you know what? I guess one guy showed interest of this apartment, but didn't give like any type of, like down payment or whatever, or deposit. So he obviously is not going to get this apartment without the deposit. But anyway, you guys, it was horrific. It was terrible. Moral to the story is, you guys, no matter where you move into, look at it first. And I mean, with a fine-tooth comb. Like, you have to make sure that there isn't any type of black mold or biohazard or anything on the carpeting. Say, how long have you guys had this carpet here? When was it the last time that it was cleaned? When was the last time that it was, removed? Or when a new carpet has, when they have replaced a carpet, pretty much. Because the last thing you want is to get sick. And a lot of times we think, at least me, I'm always like, oh, well, maybe it's like just an allergy, nothing big, no big deal. No. It could be the carpet, it could be the paint, and especially for older housing, they used to use asbestos. So you have to make sure that you really know, where you're moving into. So I really highly suggest, before you guys move in anywhere, always check it out, always ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because at the end of the day, it is your health. It is your well-being. And I'm much rather live where I'm living right now. I'm not saying it's like the nicest place ever. It's not, okay? It looks like it was built in the 1930s, but I know that I'm not going to get sick living here, and I know that, you know, even though this isn't a bigger place, that I'm going to be healthy and I'm not going to get sick. So I was, you know, really looking forward to moving in to a better place. You know, we were going to be moving into, you know, a place that was, you know, had brand new carpets, had brand new counters, brand new sinks, brand new, you know, everything. But I know the way they're going to clean it, it's not going to be up to at least my standards of clean. So, and knowing the way the floorboards look like underneath, I don't know, you guys. No, I don't feel comfortable at all moving in there. By the way, you guys, I'm using the e.l.f. Duo. This is in Fiji Matte. So, yeah, from e.l.f. I just put the brown, right here, just to do a little bit of sculpting, not too much. And then obviously the blush I'm just putting on my cheeks, so. So yeah, you guys, it was, honestly, I felt just, like, I'm just so glad that we didn't move in there. But at the same time, like I said, I'm kind of bummed because I was really looking forward to a 2-bedroom apartment. I was looking forward to, you know, a more living, like, you know, where I could invite family over and friends and we could just chill. I mean, the living room was pretty big. The kitchen was really nice. I could finally have a dishwasher. Right now we don't. We wash everything by hand. So I was like, wow, you know, we finally get to live in a more normal place. But I'm not willing to sacrifice my well-being for like new appliances and new, you know, carpet. Like, sorry, no. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and finish this look and come back on here and show you the finished product. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hi guys, so I am back. I just finished my look real quick for my eyebrows. I used the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. And you guys know that I love this stuff. I've been using it for probably like 6 years now. And it just makes my eyebrows look really, really nice. So I used that. Then for my eyeshadow, which I know you guys can't see very well, but I just used the Essence bronze palette here. I actually got this at Fred Meyer's. I don't think Fred Meyer's is all over the country, but I'm sure you can get it at Walmart or Target or, you know, maybe even Walgreens or something like that. So go check this out. I'll leave all the information down below. I also used the Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. I just got a little sample of it because I wanted to try it. I have at least 2-day hair, maybe even more. And so I just wanted to freshen up my hair. And I like this stuff because it doesn't leave a white residue or anything like that in my hair. And then I just kind of curled it just a little bit. And then what else did I use? Oh yeah, and then for my highlight right here, I used the Hard Candy Tiki. As you can see, I dropped it, things shattered, it fell, it pretty much broke, but you know, I still love it, so I still use it. Then what else? Then for my lips, I just used the Lip Essence. It's one of those lipstick or lip glosses that stay on like all day or whatever. Like if you eat, like, look, like it won't come off. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it won't, like, it won't come off. So yeah. So and then I have the lip gloss. My sister-in-law sells these, so she didn't give it to me. I did purchase these, but if you're wondering, this one is in Precious Topaz. Again, it's a kind of a purpley mauve-y color. I love it. It just is a very nice fall color, Thanksgiving color. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely I'll leave the the information down below as well for that product. What else, you guys? That's pretty much it. Oh yes, and then I just used the Clean and Clear matte finishing powder all over my face. I really like this stuff. It just is like, it has no color or anything like that, so it doesn't like cake the makeup on or anything like that. I feel like it's just a really nice powder that you can just put all over your face. So yeah, that's what I used. What else? I believe that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the story time, or the story as well. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, like and subscribe if you have not. Leave comments down below if you guys have any questions or requests on videos that you guys would like to see me do. So yeah, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day.